I am Danny Painter, and I am a voiceover artist and radio and TV presenter from South Africa. The reason that I decided to do this test was I've been putting it off for a really long time, and a lot of my friends had done it. One of my friends went for a breast reduction and they took tissue from her and they sent it away and it came back and she got her results. And with having a grandmother that had breast cancer twice and died from it, it's always kind of been on the back of my mind that I should probably know, so that if there is a chance of it, I can do something about it, like now, right? And I've always been too scared to find out, like rather that you don't know, because what you don't know won't hurt you, right? And so I decided to do this test because I have a history of cancer in my family and many other things: strokes, heart problems, blood diseases, cancers. And it took me 4 years to get up the courage to do it, because I thought it was going to be really invasive, and I thought it was going to I thought that the results were going to come back and I was going to read them and they were going to be like, you're going to die. And it wasn't like that at all, actually. I was so afraid before I did the Helix DNA test, because I was sure there was going to be some needle somewhere, and I know it's not the same thing. Everyone always says, but you have tattoos. It's not the same thing. So I was really scared, because I thought that it was going to be invasive. It was going to be like scary, and it wasn't. What happened was a very lovely courier came to my house and dropped off a little box with a swab and a thing, and you wake up the next morning, you swab the inside of your cheek, you put it back, and they come and collect it the same day. And that's it. That's it. Full disclosure, I was vaguely hungover when I did the swab, and I was really worried that was going to affect something, or I was going to get the swab back and then the optiphi people were going to be like, you're not supposed to do it when you're hungover, because like the alcohol and whatever, but they didn't know, so you did hungover. It wasn't scary in the end for me, because I think when it was done, right? So then you just have to wait for the results. And I think waiting for the results was scary, because I didn't know how they were going to come. I didn't know if it was going to be a result of you are going to get breast cancer, or you have breast cancer, or you have this cancer. And I was kind of expecting the worst. And when I had the consultation afterwards about the results and what it meant, they're so good about talking you through every single thing from beginning to end, from skin to diet to what you can do to sleep better, eat better, live better, train better. I mean, if you're even just training, you can really maximize everything that you're doing with this test. But then when we got to the breast cancer part of it, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. It was actually kind of like a weight off of my shoulders, because I'd been living with this idea that I'm probably going to get it anyway, and now knowing what it was, knowing how I can possibly change that outcome, has put the power back in my hands, and I think that that's very important for me. It's not scary. I'm the biggest wuss in the world. I am such a fraidy cat of everything, and it's really, if I can do it, genuinely, if I can do this, you can do this. And I just think, even if you don't have it in your family, there are so many lifestyle factors that could affect it. I mean, we all live, right? None of us are perfect. We drink, we smoke, we go out, we do recreational things that we shouldn't do, and I think that puts us at risk. I wish though that I had done this sooner, because at 36 I feel like if I had done it at 26 I would be 10 years ahead now, whereas I'm kind of starting now at 36 when I'm already kind of old. I think people should do this test, because when you know, it gives the power back to you. And when you have your DNA in front of you, you can go to your doctors and you can say, look, I have this. This is what it says. This is my DNA, and you can tailor your treatments to you. It's almost as if when you take your car to the mechanic, especially as a woman, they assume you know nothing about a car. So they're going to give you things you don't need, and they're going to overcharge you. But when you are knowledgeable and when you have it on paper in front of you, you have the power, and you can then ask the questions that maybe you wouldn't have had the opportunity to ask before because you didn't know. And then you can also take control of your life, from little things like sleeping enough, sun exposure, to quitting smoking, starting to exercising the right way. I think you should do it because it gives the power back to you. Thank you to Optiphi and thank you to Helix, because when this was offered to me, I was like, no. I said no, I think twice, because I was so scared. And then when I did it, I was like, why did I not just do this? So that's why I'm doing this video, because if I was scared, I know you were scared. And I know that there are a lot of like DNA tests and things, like you see them on Instagram all the time, and you see different companies advertising different things. I think this one in particular is really good, because like I say, it shifts the power back to you. And I think that's the most important thing, because you are the only person who lives in your body. You know how you feel, and you know what you need inherently, and this gives you that power back to go to your medical professionals, to take control of your diet and your eating, and to change your life potentially.